Hello dear students, welcome back to EduHunt video lecture series. We have been discussing about male reproductive system. We have finished the structure of male reproductive system. That is the actual main part of the reproductive system. Penis, structure of a testis, scrotum, and the different ducts, ductules and tubules that are arising and forming a network and leading to epididymis where the sperm stored and also gets maturation. This we have been discussed in detail. Now let's see what are the accessory organs or parts that are involved in reproductive system. Accessory reproductive glands. Some glands and their secretions also essential for effective functioning of reproductive system. Let's see the glands which are involved in male reproductive system. The first, there especially three separate glands are present. One is seminal vesicle. Second is prostrate gland, and the next one is Cowper's gland. Seminal vesicles. They are the glandular structures, and these are lined by glandular epithelium. Glandular. If we mention the term glandular, they are meant for secretion. So, secretion. Seminal vesicles are lined by glandular epithelium, which secretes the seminal fluid. A fluid that is secreted by the seminal vesicles is known as seminal fluid. Seminal fluid. Why this fluid is secreted? Because to facilitate the movement of the sperm, that is for lubrication purpose. It is lubricating and transparent and jelly-like substance. It is the substance, the fluid which is secreted by the seminal vesicles called the seminal fluid. It is a transparent and jelly-like, it is like sticky in nature and lubricating in function. And it makes the seminal fluid it makes the semen 60 to 70% of the semen has seminal fluid. In the semen 60 to 70% of the part is formed of this seminal fluid only. It is white or transparent and jelly like sticky ga untundi and lubricating purpose. Lubricating ante like gliding, jarutunnattuga. And it is slightly alkaline in nature. pH is 7.2. pH of seminal fluid is 7.3, that is slightly alkaline, blood laga, koncham alkaline ga untundi. And fructose is present in the seminal fluid. Fructose is present in the seminal fluid, and which gives energy to the sperms. That is, it's like fuel to the sperm. Fuel is nothing but energy. Energy is provided by this fructose present in the seminal fluid. And then second is prostate gland. First we have seen seminal vesicle. Second is prostate gland, and it is located below the urinary bladder, just below the abdomen, lower abdomen, that is below the urinary bladder, and it secretes slightly alkaline prostatic fluid, which is milky. Seminal fluid ఎలా ఉంది, ట్రాన్స్పరెంట్ గా ఉంది. ఇది మిల్కీ, దట్ మీన్స్ it is white and thick and sticky or jelly like. It makes about 30% of the semen. 60 to 70% seminal fluid ఉంటే 30% prostate gland secrete చేసిన ఈ fluid ఉంటుంది. The fluid secreted by prostate gland. It is also alkaline, slightly alkaline in nature, white like milky substance, jelly-like substance secreted by the prostate gland. Where the prostate gland situated? Where does it situated? It is situated near the urinary bladder, just below the urinary bladder. This gland is present and it secretes an alkaline jelly-like milk color, that means white color, thick substance known as, it is the prostate gland secretion. It makes about 30% and helps in semen activation, that is sperm activation. Activation కావాలంటే, activate అవ్వాలంటే sperm, it has this secretion, this fluid. It has to get this fluid. And the third one is Cowper's gland. Cowper's gland, it is a pair of Cowper's glands on the lateral side of the urethra. Urethra ki lateral side lo one pair of Cowper glands untai on either side. And it is also called bulbourethral gland because it is associated with the urethra. So bulbourethral gland ani antamu denni, Cowper's gland, also called as bulbourethral gland, Cowper's gland or bulbourethral gland. It is present beside the urethra and it is situated in membranous part of the urethra and opens into penile urethra, and it secretes a transparent slimy jelly like fluid. అన్నీ కూడా jelly like sticky substance నే secrete చేస్తాయి and also alkaline in nature. Its pH is 7.2. మనం seminal vesicle చూసాము. The fluid secreted by seminal vesicle, that is seminal fluid, is alkaline, sticky, transparent, lubricating fluid. Next, prostate gland secretion చూసాము. It is milky, alkaline, jelly-like, thick substance, thick fluid. And third one is Cowper's gland, and this Cowper's gland also called bulbourethral gland. The secretion of bulbourethral gland or Cowper gland is milky, jelly-like, and it is also alkaline in nature, and its pH is 7.2. That is slightly alkaline. This destroys the acidity of the urethra because urethra has the secretion, that is urinal secretion is there, and it cleans for the movement of the sperm. That is, it not only activation of sperm, it also facilitates the movement of the sperm. That is somewhat lubricating, and they are getting energy. Sperm is getting lubrication, they are getting energy, and also activation. All these things are done because of these accessory secretions, glands and their secretions. And these secretions also not only they activate the sperm, they also facilitate the free movement of the sperm, that is lubricating the penis, not only the sperm, lubricating the penis also. Because of these Cowper's gland secretion, the penis become sticky and it easily goes during intercourse. Semen is combination of the sperm and the fluid secreted by the accessory glands, accessory reproductive glands fluid, that is seminal vesicle fluid, the fluid from Cowper's gland, and also fluid from the prostate gland, fluid from seminal vesicle, fluid from prostate gland, fluid from Cowper's gland, and all the fluid plus sperm is known as semen, the liquid semen. మనం మూవీస్లోని ఈవెన్ డైలీ లైఫ్లో కూడా న్యూస్లో చూస్తూ ఉన్నాం కదా, సమ్ ఇన్సిడెంట్స్ అవి జరిగినప్పుడు లైక్ ఫీమేల్ రేప్ అలాంటివి జరిగినప్పుడు, అలాంటి ఇన్సిడెంట్స్లో ఫారెన్సిక్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఎవిడెన్సెస్ని కలెక్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు సెమెన్ శాంపిల్ కలెక్ట్ అయ్యింది అంటారు. అంటే ఆ సెమెన్లో ఏముంటుంది అంటే స్పర్మ్ అలాంగ్ విత్ దిస్ ఫ్లూయిడ్, దీన్ని చెక్ చేస్తారన్నమాట. అండ్ వాల్యూమ్ ఎంతవరకు ఇది రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది అంటే 3 to 4 ml సెక్రేట్ అవుతుంది సెమెన్. అండ్ pH, ఫైనల్ pH ఆఫ్ సెమెన్ is 7.3 అండ్ నార్మల్ స్పర్మ్ కౌంట్ అది 20 నుంచి 120 మిలియన్ వరకు ఉంటుంది. 1 మిల్లీలీటర్లో 20 స్పర్మ్స్ నుంచి 120 మిలియన్ స్పర్మ్స్ వరకు కూడా ఉంటుంది. అండ్ అ కండిషన్ కాల్డ్ ఎజోస్పర్మియా. ఎజోస్పర్మియా అంటే ఎయిదర్ absence ఆర్ లో కౌంట్ ఆఫ్ sperm, that is near to absence, negligible count. It is known as azoospermia. And the second condition is known as asthenospermia. Asthenospermia ante reduced motility of the sperm. Reduced motility. They are not getting activated. They are like dull, inactive. And teratospermia. And teratospermia is a condition where sperms with abnormal morphology. Their morphology is somewhat different from the normal sperm. This is called teratospermia. Azoospermia ante absence of sperm or negligible quantity of sperm. And the second is asthenospermia. This is reduced motility of the sperm. That is, they are not mobile, they are not motile. Non-motile, they become non-motile because of inactivation. And teratospermia is abnormal morphology of sperm. These are the special conditions of sperm and semen. Next is the penis. Penis is an organ of male reproductive system and it is external genitalia. It is external structure. It extends from the body and it is made up of a special tissue called erectile tissue. Penis is made up of erectile tissue and urethra continues into a muscular and tubular organ called the penis. It is a muscular and tubular organ. Penis is a muscular and tubular organ. Where does it arise from? It arises from the urethra. Urethra is attached to the kidney. So in males, excretory system and reproductive system both are interlinked. And the terminal part of the shaft of the penis is bulging. The terminal tip, apical portion of the penis is bulging. It is called as glans penis, and it is an erectile copulatory intromittent organ, that is organ of copulation. Organ of copulation. During copulation, the changes that brought about in the penis will facilitate the movement and excitation of the and release of the sperm from the epididymis. And penis consists of a long shaft that enlarges to form an expanded tip called the glans penis, that is the bulging part of the bulging tip of the penis. This is the section. It is urethra and corpus spongiosum, corpus cavernosum. These are the various structures. At this time, this is not required for you, only to know, only to see the sectional view of the penis only. It is shown to you. With this, we have finished completely the male reproductive system. Human beings have a male and female organisms separately. We can say these are monoecious and unisexual, not the monoecious. Monoecious is the condition where both male and female sex organ present on the same individual. That is seen in plants. Plants, if the plants are said to be monoecious, both male and female sex organs present on the same plant. If they are said to be dioecious, the male and female sex organs present on separate plants. But whereas in case of animals, if both male and female sex organs present and if they produce both male and female gametes, the single individuals, as we have seen in case of Pheretima, that is earthworm. It is known to be not the dioecious, it is bisexual. Bisexual, bi two sexual sexes. Both the sexes are present in a same individual. Example, Pheretima, that is Megascolix, the scientific name of earthworm. And coming to human being, both male and female sex organs are present. They are formed on separate individuals. Male individuals are different and female are different. I am a female one. So, I have female reproductive system in my body. In males, male individuals, they have a separate reproductive system, male reproductive system. They have special reproductive organs, accessory glands and their secretions, as we have seen just now. Even penis, external copulatory organ, penis, it is arised from the urethra. There is a connection between, as I said, the excretory structure, excretory system and the reproductive system. They have a direct connection between these two. Anyway, this is about the details and complete details of male reproductive structures. In the next session, we'll be discussing about female reproductive system in human beings. Until then, goodbye.